The U.S. government shutdown, a political standoff with high stakes. The nation is on the edge of its seat as the government shutdown continues, with the Senate preparing for its 11th vote to fund government operations. But here's where it gets controversial. The shutdown has now become the longest full shutdown in modern history, and the blame game is in full swing. House Speaker's ultimatum. House Speaker Mike Johnson has made a bold statement, saying he would bring the House back if the Senate passes a bill to pay federal workers and military personnel. However, he doubts the Senate's ability to pass the bill, accusing them of playing games. Johnson's statement raises the question: is this a genuine attempt at compromise, or a strategic move to shift responsibility? Meeting with the president. Adding to the drama, Johnson is set to meet with President Trump in the Oval Office, amidst the ongoing shutdown crisis. The timing of this meeting is intriguing, especially as the president hosts a championship baseball team at the White House. Nuclear agency staff cuts, a national security threat? The situation takes a more serious turn as the agency overseeing the nation's nuclear weapons stockpile plans to furlough a large portion of its staff due to the funding shortage. Johnson, having spoken with a former representative now at the Energy Department, emphasizes the gravity of the situation, stating, "Every day the government is shut down, it is a danger to the American people." This raises a crucial question. How can the nation's security be maintained during a prolonged shutdown? Shutdown politics and publicity stunts. Johnson has accused Democrats of engaging in protests and publicity stunts and urged them to end the shutdown. He claims that Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is using the shutdown for political survival. But is this a fair assessment or a partisan tactic? And with the shutdown now the longest full shutdown in modern history, what does this mean for the country's stability? The Senate's next move. The Senate will reconvene and vote on a procedural motion for the House-passed funding bill. This vote is crucial, as it marks the 11th attempt to advance the measure, requiring 60 votes to succeed. Despite repeated efforts, the bill has failed to gain support from Democrats, who hold the key to breaking the stalemate. White House lunch invitation. In a surprising twist, Senate Republicans have been invited to a lunch with President Trump at the White House. Could this be an opportunity for a breakthrough, or will it further polarize the situation? Nuclear stockpile at risk. The federal agency responsible for the nuclear weapons stockpile is facing deep staff cuts, according to the House Armed Services Committee chairman. This revelation raises serious concerns about national security and the potential consequences of a prolonged shutdown. Senator Bernie Sanders' call for negotiation. Senator Bernie Sanders has criticized the GOP's refusal to negotiate, calling it unprecedented. He argues that Senate Republicans must negotiate as they need Democratic support to fund the government. But is this a fair demand or a strategic move to gain leverage? The 11th vote. Will it succeed? The Senate will vote again on the House-passed measure to reopen the government. With previous attempts failing to gain Democratic support, the question remains, will this vote be any different, or will the stalemate persist? Senator Mark Kelly's optimism. Senator Mark Kelly believes the shutdown stalemate can be resolved this week if Republicans negotiate on healthcare subsidies. But is this optimism well-founded, or is it a political strategy? Judiciary branch in crisis. The federal judiciary has announced that it will no longer have funding for full operations, leading to court staff furloughs and judges working without pay. This development highlights the far-reaching consequences of the shutdown, affecting the very foundation of the justice system. As the government shutdown continues, the nation awaits a resolution. Will the Senate's 11th vote be the turning point, or will the political standoff persist? What are your thoughts on the shutdown and the strategies employed by both parties? Share your opinions below, and let's engage in a respectful discussion on this critical issue.